You know, I'm driving US Highway 101, one of the most beautiful routes in the whole country. And I can't say that the Oregon coast has magically solved everything that's going on in my head. But my, oh my, has it ever given me the strength to move forward. Well, the electrical system crashed again. I'm gonna go this way. I woke up and everything was dead. My phone was dead. The batteries were empty, and it was a work day. So I had no way to tell them that I was going to be late. That was pretty stressful. So I drove around that day. It only took about an hour. I was only about an hour late. And charged everything back up. I'm not sure what caused it. And I had seen on several van life channels about the deal on Amazon Prime Days for this Blue Eddy. And these things are pricey, and I've built my electrical system just piece by piece, and adding it all up, it would be similar cost, but I was able to do it in smaller chunks. But on Prime Day, these Blue Eddy Elites were like over half off, and I was able to get a 12-month payment plan that was doable. So I bit the bullet and ordered it. I picked it up on my birthday, actually. And I've been using it, but it didn't come with a 12-volt charging cord. And from what I'm reading, the charging is really slow that way anyway. I already have a DC to DC charger, so I want to figure out how to hook it into that, which is going to take different cables and probably crimping, which I don't have the tools to crimp. So just kind of limping along, and I'm just tired. I think the UV poisoning, that's been 2 or 3 weeks ago now, but I really don't think I've bounced back all the way from that. And I just don't feel like tackling it. Maybe I'll feel different in a few days, and I'll order the cables I need, and I'll do it. You know, the whim might hit me, and thank goodness that Amazon will, well, at least with the cables, I can get those delivered to just a pickup place. I had to get this general delivery, and it's like 60 pounds, and thank goodness they let me use the dolly to bring it in. This beast is heavy, and where it's going to live permanently, I'm not sure. But between the fatigue and the electric, it takes its toll. But I think I'm going to be Scarlett O'Hara, and I'll think about it tomorrow. they tell you that living on the road is a cure for a tired soul. And maybe it will be in time, but my experience is that the internal struggles come with me. Throughout this trip, I've been fighting stress and fatigue and doubts. Not every day, but lots of days. You know, I'm driving US Highway 101, one of the most beautiful routes in the whole country. And I can't say that the Oregon coast has magically solved everything that's going on in my head. But my, oh my, has it ever given me the strength to move forward. As you drive south down US 101, the evergreen rainforest gives way to the coast, and it's a staggering contrast. More than beautiful. The scale of those huge jutting rocks, they call them sea stacks, and the rugged cliffs is just simply overwhelming. There were moments that I felt like not only was I driving on the edge of a cliff, but that I was driving on the edge of everyday reality. On my right was this new world, raw and exposed and begging, daring to be explored. Highway 101 in Oregon is known as the Oregon Coast Highway, and it was constructed in the 20s and 30s to connect all these small, isolated fishing villages and coastal outposts that no one could get to.
Continue on US
It was a
101 south
massive
for 4 miles.
undertaking. It required them to build bridges and create tunnels through what had previously been inaccessible terrain. No matter how many beaches we stopped at, when we got down on the beach, no one seemed concerned with sunbathing or swimming, and I had no desire to either. This was a place that demanded to be explored. A place for your feet to feel the different textures of sand, pebbles, or the rock shelf. Where the tidal pools invite you to peer in and find what might be hiding there. Where boulders and ledges and crevices entice you to scramble up and discover what surprises they hold. Where swirling gulls share their space and fill the air with their choir of calls. The Oregon coast is not a passive place. It's a place that's vibrantly alive. And that's what this place did for me. It reminded me of the exhilaration of just being alive. My struggles with stress and fatigue and doubts weren't cured. They were waiting for me. But the coast didn't demand perfection. It only asked me to be present and to explore the next step. And really, that's all any of us should be asking of ourselves. If you're on a similar journey, finding the courage to live big, whether on the road or in your backyard, I hope you'll join me and subscribe to my channel. I'd really love to share the journey with you and have you a part of this community. If you've not seen this yet, this is my embroidery map where I'm stitching my route as I go, and after my trip is over, I plan to frame this. And I just am endlessly fascinated by how far I've come. Next stop, California. Now I'd love to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me about a time on your journey when you found the strength to keep going, or what you do when you want to find peace and presence and life is overwhelming. I love to read your comments. I read every one and try to reply as well.